absolutely incredible. You know, Luke, we were watching on the AcroWorks phones, and you're right, the latency is absolutely incredible. So as we wait to transition to our next performer, Luke, we've got a couple of amazing assets that we have just a few minutes to the party right now. We do, and I'm just going to be quiet.
North American P-51 Mustang, today flown by Yoak and the Chancellor F4U-4 Corsair, Marine War hero flown by
Celebrate our nation and armed forces. The paint represents those who served and those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. We'll talk about the various parts of the program. The tape on the nose as it makes its way from the drop of the spinner all the way back to the canopy.
He went above the cloud deck.
Scooter flies back and forth today. I want you to listen very carefully. The sounds that you hear in this beautiful rover. You heard Danny Bush.
Now to this Scooter, cut out the rest of the vertical engines going right to the barrel roll.
Listen for the engine sound. Listen for the whistle that the gun ports make on the entrance. Listen to how they scoop on the bottom of the airplane, all effects. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the airplane that has been said to help us win World War II. This is the sound of freedom. We're on the right. This airplane has brought the white stripes on the wings that are there as they were on allied aircraft. Notice the rest of the aircraft is bare metal. It's polished and a polished iron. Look closely into the middle and you can see the name of veteran's clock. That would be you. Bill Yoak, an individual with the love and passion for this aircraft, did all of the metalwork and remanufactured parts in his made. And unlike the hurried war effort parts, these are made with the skill and care of the master craftsman to obtain the utmost attention to detail necessary to restore this Mustang, which represents multiple Mustangs, into better than factory new. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are.
Oh, 16 pointer.
Quicksilver aircraft. You notice the last two passes roll. The Scooter continues to demonstrate the amazing flying characteristics of this beautiful rover. So once over the skies over Europe and across the world, before, during, and after World War II. Watch this slow Scooter Yoak kicks in.
Announcer, this is the 6-point presentation roll, just to let you know.
He calls it the hexagon roll. It's a hexagon because it represents one for every military parade. This is part of Scooter and his father's tribute in the legend of this aircraft, a tribute to current former military men and women who provided not only the ultimate sacrifice, but entry in the middle of it. Looking like this. How about that, Oshkosh? That is absolute. Come on, let's give it up for Mr. Stephen Yoak. Scott Yoak, also on scooter and a Quicksilver. Get your cameras out or keep them out. And as Danny Clifton says, if you still have film on your phone, you're going to want to capture this. A little bit of a surprise as he comes from your left, your right.
Probably.
Now, this departure is for Tork to Fort Knox. This is his signature sign-off maneuver.
I believe we've got the next part of the set coming to you.
Well, it was the P-51 Mustang that dominated the skies over the European theater of operations during World War II. But in the Pacific, with other iconic aircraft being the Chance-bought F-4D Corsair.
I had him right at he's like out of
We get the
45
chance to
going
see
right
the
for it.
Corsair, flown by General Tork Tobul. The aircraft that we are about to welcome to our show next represents the Pacific Theater of Operations in World War II. With this particular aircraft having served the United States Navy during the Korean War, aboard the USS Boxer and the USS Valley Forge in 1951, it marks it as one of the very few surviving Korean War Corsairs still in airworthy condition. This aircraft, the Korean War hero, has over 200 missions to her resume, and she's
He's actually, the thing is, the Corsair's got probably 300 to 400 more horsepower.
Yeah. Yeah, but what? I mean,
Well, he's also running an engine.
Chance-bought
F4
F4
was pushing 27, probably 2,700 horsepower.
yeah.
The Mustang, I think, was 1,750 horse or so.
Yeah.
Produces over 2,300 horsepower. In the end, some 12,000 plus of these Corsairs were produced. And the first Corsair unit going on to be assigned the Marine Fighter Squadron, BMF 214, better known as the Black Sheep Squadron, declared combat ready to fly to the Guadalcanal in February 1943. While the Corsair gets a lot of fame from its operational period during World War II, it served prominently in Korea between 1950 and 1953, attacking enemy troops moving into the cover of darkness. And this fighter proved to be even a worthy opponent to anyone who chose to challenge it, even during the Korean conflict, even up against the Soviet MiGs. This included the Russian jets being formed not only for Korea, but also World War II with the Russian aces. It was on September 10th of 1952 that Lieutenant Jesse Holborn, flying in the night fighter version of the Corsair, actually shot down a Russian MiG. This piston engine fighter proved itself a worthy opponent fighters. The facts and the figures surrounding the Corsair service. The wars in World War II particularly were staggering. Corsairs flew more than 64,000 sorties between U.S. Navy and U.S. Marine Corps operations. And they accounted for more than 4,100 victories in combat, with only mortality and losses. Due to an overall kill ratio of more than 7 to 1, it did especially well against the Mitsubishi 6-0 basic kill ratio of 12 to 1 versus that time. From the left, take a look now as Jim the engineers at Chance Aircraft designed this airplane not only to be fast, but highly maneuverable, and the Corsair is lethal on your right hand through the wings to carry up to 4,000 pounds of bombs and 55-inch high-velocity aircraft rockets, making it quite a speed aircraft against enemy forces. We're going to watch again from the right as Jim Tork Tobul approaches in this beautiful F4U dashboard Corsair, one with a great combat history. This engine capable of over 470 miles an hour, the Corsair was the fastest aircraft in the world when it was introduced in 1941. While we talk a lot today about the multi-role fighters, the ability to fight, bomber, or an attacker, or perhaps all of the above, the Corsair served multi-role. It was a night fighter, high-altitude fighter, a fighter-bomber, in some cases even used for photo reconnaissance. This airplane retired from naval service on July 5th of 1956, and from around 1960 to 1970, this Corsair even flew at the Honduran Air Force during the soccer war against El Salvador. In 1977, it was sold to an airline pilot and brought to the United States. Jim and his father, Joe Tobul, bought the airplane in 1981 and began an extensive restoration. 10 years later, it proudly flew again. December 8th of 1991, and today is based in South Carolina. At this time, as Jim Tork Tobul repositions from the right, we now prepare to see both of these iconic aircraft in flight as we prepare for today's performance of the Class of 45.
What shutter speed are you running? It's so bright outside, you can use a higher one now.
Yeah, I had my on.
We were talking a little bit about the halo
just went straight up.
The wings are up to 8 high-velocity aircraft rockets, and in the wings, there's 50 caliber machine guns with some 2,400 rounds of ammunition. And we continue to see a couple of these straight passes as we begin today's Class of 45 display. The Class of 45 began on a day very similar to this one. The pilots were watching rehearsal performances at an air show in Rome, Georgia in October of 2023.
Come on, shoot some more pyro.
Tork, Tobul, and Scott Scooter Yoak both noted that the United States Air Force had created the heritage flag of the Navy with all of both of those teams paying tribute to the past, but Tork and Scooter noticed that no one had worked up a formation team with both a P-51 and a Corsair.
Okay, where are you? I don't see him. I'm still to my refill for my last stop. Okay, sounds good. Off side, here we went. Okay.
The P-51
Are they all right? Yeah.
They fly these aircraft that were both the zenith of military technology at the time that they were built. This technology going on to help win the European and Pacific theaters, but on to achieve defense and freedom during the Korean War. What you're about to see next will be a moving display of these two national icons of American history. Jim Tork Tobul sets up for his reposition. Great photo pass to the left.
Okay, official full off. Sounds good, I'm coming out.
That big lens can give you.
Yeah.
I don't use it very often. I just use this small camera and small lens.
Ooh, that's good position. I can't see it now.
I just don't
Off
have
the
the
vehicle.
capability.
Yeah.
I only use the camera seldomly, so it's not worth it.
Pick up, Phoenix. Guys, come on up, please. Don't play the bluff.
Chance Bob was under the space with a bit of a
I'll bring it over here so we're good. Get a little more lead on me.
The solution was to have landing gear along.
Remember, we have a long run in. I'm indicating turn 25 knots.
Yeah,
I'm 190. 190.
However, the landing gear would just be too heavy for the aircraft.
Forward inches. I'm calling it back here.
By bending of the wing, in return, gave them more lift. Put the landing gear on the lowest point of that.
Yep, plenty of time.
Short enough, strong enough to keep the rigors of fear.
After start narration, music was on 45.
I want to look at the comparison as the aircraft are joined behind and over our right shoulders, and they'll be approaching from your right.
Nose coming down.
Facing the
We're coming back.
Gentlemen, the class of 45, now formation of 2. Luke has told you a lot about the Corsair.
Oh, really?
Can you compare that to the shape of this P-51 Mustang? Look at the wing difference. Look at the shape of the tail. As Luke said, both aircraft are the most dynamic aircraft of their day. The F-22s of their day, if you will. Ladies and gentlemen, on the right, here they are. Class of 45.
Roll it in. Coming up just a little bit. Nose coming up. Third slot. Visual on the blip, no faster.
I'm only limited by my zoom.
The Class of 45's mission is to preserve and honor the service of and now, and by flying.
90 to go.
Remember their sacrifice, their
45 to go. Nose coming down. Slicing down the horizon.
The P-51 Mustang representing the U.S. Army Air Corps, and my F-40 Corsair representing the United States Navy.
Rolling wings level. Altitude set. Hello there.
rapid fire.
Yelling,
Rapid
that's
pictures
absolutely
Coming up to about 500 feet to the secondary area.
Stay mode. I'm using CN mode, which is just using like a random.
I always
Quick turn into the tailwind, or the tailwind. Here we go.
edit every single picture.
This for show center.
Yeah, I'm not that.
I know it.
Do everything, jet photos.
Coming back right.
For me, it's not worth it. I don't have that kind of time.
Yeah.
So I'm just. So really, all I do is just some basic cropping, maybe some color enhancement. That's about it. A lot more pictures because I'm using that rapid fire feature.
Yeah, see, I don't know how to set that.
I'm gonna have to do a photo dump when I get home and put the card back up. So I'm going to take it 3 to 4 times as many pictures as I don't want to take.
American engineers worked that scoop and developed it.
I'm running the
models and then eventually to what you see here in front of you.
Let's get it coming around. There's 90 to go. 45 to go. Stack them up fast.
Sequential height doesn't maximize the airflow.
It doesn't.
Here's what they learned.
You're going this way, I'm losing focus every other one.
So I just stick it where it's doing one by one.
I put it on sequential flow, so it looks like a slideshow.
Yep.
But it's keeping the
Focus.
focus. So
Yeah.
I'm a little slower, but I'm getting better shots.
Boy, these winds are tough. Dude, no kidding.
From your left. Right here.
I blame Kelly. Yeah, me too.
Battlefield.
Announcer, live to the cockpit anytime.
Battlefield 1942.
I don't like how they were too far
Gonna go up on the
So that's a 45. This is Rob on the announcer stand, you guys, so you can see.
Announcer, live to the cockpit anytime.
That for?
Hey, Scooter, we got you loud and clear. It's Rob on the announcer stand. How's it going? On the street.
Good afternoon, EAA Oshkosh. On behalf of all of us at the class of 45, we dedicate this next task. All the soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines deployed around the globe, depending on freedom so we can have this amazing event of those beautiful blue and top skies. God bless you, God bless America. Back to you guys. Here we go, rolling.
Thank you, Scooter and Jim. We appreciate it very much, ladies and gentlemen. What a great
Go on, just a little bit more. Roll and
Get up these two historic and beautiful aircraft as they make their way back
Remember, we gotta go
around, as they said, their tribute to our veterans.
Ready? 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 Pitch. Ready? Hold. There's 270. Pull.
Right as they broke. I couldn't quite.
One's going right, one's going
Okay, rolling in. Rolling in.
Couldn't quite get
How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Beautiful pass from behind. Keep your eye on
Really?
the aircraft. P-51D
Okay,
Mustang.
the inside.
Corsair to your right. Here they come.
Visual.
Mustang and A-10.
Set up.
That was cool last year.
Yeah, visual. Pull it back.
Oh, if I could capture these
We're gonna hit it. We're gonna hit it.
right in the middle.
Yeah.
Power up. Hell yeah. Ready, ready.
Did you? I want that picture. Move that a little bit to the right and blow it up. Blow it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 45, the F4U-4 Corsair, as well as the P-51D Mustang from American Aviation. Keep your eye high to the right. You can see the Mustang begin to circle. The Corsair is low and to the left. Get your cameras out, ladies and gentlemen. This will be one of your best photo opportunities of the day. Right here on the left.
Corner. Visual. the end of the runway, so I got 200 visual. Go ahead and pull close and go over the box now. Okay, pulling up and over, back to box.
Probably.
As the Corsair pulls up and out, ladies and gentlemen, diving in from the right. This is got the scooter Yoak in Quicksilver.
You think they'll take PP out?
Guarantee they will. It's got ride because it's an Appleton.
Yeah.
I think it's they miss probably half their season. Not more than.
Yeah.
All of the there was oh yeah, F-18.
Brittany is, as we look out towards the runway to the left, you can see the Corsair has now got the gear down. Luke talked about it earlier.
Here's the thing, I don't think,
shape of the wing,
and the thing about
engine and
when I
propeller.
say
Here's
the
a
Rhino,
great view. If you haven't seen
typically
this,
that means this is actually a
watch out
year
as
F
Corsair
model.
approaches the
This
runway.
is actually like the
Watch
fighter
the angle of
variant.
attack. How the aircraft is basically level and
to it as
settles the
growlers
gear.
would be the
Imagine this
AA.
aircraft on a model approach to a pitching deck in a roaring sea. As the aircraft has the flaps down now, he settles into the runway. Just a beautiful picture here on Oshkosh. Perfect AirVenture Day as the beautiful Corsair touches down right here.
Mr. Jim Tobul, call sign Tork, coming in right now, and be sure as they taxi by, if we get them in front of the crowd, give them a wave. They have certainly done their job bringing the aircraft to life back into the sky, sharing that history.
And Brittany, as we get to compare how that landing gear looks in the approach platform of these aircraft, watch now as the P-51 Mustang settles into the runway. Scooter crabs into the wind just a little bit of left correction, left wing down as he settles in. The power comes back. A little bit of power on as he settles right onto the runway, keeps the tail up. Perfect landing right there by these two beautiful aircraft. Like Brittany said, ladies and gentlemen, give them a wave as they taxi back in front of you. But Oshkosh AirVenture, let's give these two Class of 45 performers a huge Oshkosh